Okay, so for this video today, I had a question from a mother, and it was, as a mother, how do I know if my baby has suffered a brain injury? This question is actually a continuation from a video that I did yesterday in which I was talking about hypothermia cooling and what is it and why it's important when it's suspected that a baby has had a traumatic brain injury. And so for this quick video today, I'm going to talk about just 3 areas of concern which might suggest that a baby has suffered a traumatic brain injury at birth. The first one is going to be if there is any type of discoloration of the baby and the baby needs oxygen. So we're talking about the baby is like a blue in color or purplish in color, and there has to be oxygen given to the baby, handoff to the NICU. So that's the first one. The second one is going to be if the baby has suffered seizures. If there's any type of seizure activity going on, that could be a sign that the baby has possibly suffered a traumatic brain injury. Seizures, those are, in simple terms, those are unusual brain activity that's going on when we're talking about seizures. And number 3, which is what I talked about in the video yesterday, if there is a need for hypothermia cooling. If your baby has to be transferred to the hypothermia cooling protocol, then doctors and nurses, medical professionals, they suspect that there may be possibly a traumatic brain injury. Take a look at that video that I shot yesterday about hypothermia cooling if that's something that you're going through right now. Hypothermia cooling is a very important tool that's being used now to help with babies for treatment purposes when we're talking about a traumatic brain injury. Like I said in the video yesterday though, hypothermia cooling is not a cure, so to speak, but it is a very important treatment that babies can use when we are talking about a traumatic brain injury at birth. If you have more questions, maybe you're watching this video today because your baby has suffered a traumatic brain injury and you have questions. There's a telephone number on the screen on the bottom. I invite you to go and pick up the phone and call me. I talk with families like yours all the time about these issues. Traumatic brain injuries like HIE, hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, cerebral palsy, MAS, shoulder dystocia, a host of these types of injuries. This is what we do. When you call my office, what I would say is to make sure that you pick a date and a time to speak with us. It's not enough just to call, but make sure you pick a day and a time so we can know when to return your telephone call. Another thing, I practice law here in the state of Maryland, and I know this video is on the internet, it's on social media platforms, on our website and other places, and I cannot control who's going to watch this video and who's going to reach out to us. If you are not in Maryland, you are in the United States, but you're not in Maryland, please understand that we have to use what we call co-counsel or local counsel. In other words, an attorney in your state, and that's something that we can help work with you on, but I just want to make sure that you understand that co-counsel or that local counsel aspect of things if you are not in the state of Maryland. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group, LLC. We'll talk with you next time. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.